Hey, what is up, everybody? So the U.S. Department of Justice has begun discussions with Ghislaine Maxwell and her attorneys. This is going to be a controversial one. Give me 2 minutes. I'll walk you through it. So, quick background on this one. Ghislaine is a former British socialite, comes from an uber wealthy family. She starts her career in publishing, which is the family business. Now, her dad, guys, super sketchball. He's very close and tight with Israeli intelligence at high levels, but he's a fraudster too. Gross. He winds up embezzling over $400 million from one of his companies, gets caught, winds up unaliving himself. The whole family's disgraced. Ghislaine comes over this side of the pond, gets into New York City, and starts buddying up with this guy who needs no introduction. Now, these two fast become partners in crime, trafficking young women to their rich and powerful friends, very likely video recording it and using that as blackmail. Now, I don't want to go into their sins that we all know and it's too gross. I just have a question. Do the Epstein files actually exist? Is there some record of the flight logs, the folks who went to the island, the ages of those folks, and any sketchy financial transactions that went along with that? I'd like to know, because there's been a hell of a lot of confusion as to whether the files exist or not. And there's been a shitload of conspiracy theories as to who was involved on the island. And maybe most importantly, there's been a lot of promises made by some prominent people that we were going to see any of this information. Now, we're talking about this, of course, because Ghislaine and her attorneys are meeting with the Justice Department. Apparently a pardon is on the table. That's going to be controversial. So there's two schools of thought on that. One, let's get it all in the open. The American people deserve to know what the most rich and powerful of us are up to. Other school of thought is saying, look, the victims and their families have been through enough. Can we just let them ride off into the sunset without worrying about Ghislaine or Jeffrey ever again, let alone the traumas they dealt with? Now, I don't like to make the decision for you. I would love to hear what side of it you're on, though, because I'll give you my side. And it's this. Man, I think about those victims, and I have to come down with it on them. The horrific things that hundreds of those young girls went through, not okay, and it shouldn't be okay to any of us. However, if this is true, that's something every American ought to know.